few names in cinema history carry the weight and reverence of Greta Garbo. Mentioning her alongside words like bikini and outrage immediately creates tension because Garbo has long stood for quiet sophistication rather than public display. That tension is exactly why this topic ignites debate, even among audiences who never saw her films during their original release. Greta Garbo rose to fame in a time when Hollywood operated under strict moral codes and rigid expectations. Stars were carefully managed, and their public appearances were designed to maintain a specific image. Garbo, however, took that control a step further by withdrawing from fame entirely, choosing privacy over continued celebrity. This decision cemented her reputation as someone who valued boundaries above attention. When discussions arise suggesting that bikini photos associated with Garbo were too bold, the reaction is swift. For many, it feels like history is being rewritten. Fans argue that such framing misunderstands both the era she lived in and the woman she was. Swimwear in the early 20th century carried a very different meaning, and what seems provocative today may have been relatively mild at the time. The outrage also reveals how protective people are of classic Hollywood legends. Greta Garbo is often treated less like a person and more like a symbol of a lost golden age. Any suggestion that challenges that symbol can feel unsettling. It's not outrage rooted in scandal, but in preservation, the desire to keep her legacy untouched by modern sensationalism. However, there is an opposing viewpoint worth acknowledging. Some see the outrage as unnecessary and even unfair. They argue that confidence or comfort should not be labeled as shocking simply because it doesn't align with a carefully curated image. From this perspective, the controversy reflects society's habit of placing icons on pedestals and then reacting strongly when they appear human. Another key factor is how media headlines are framed. Words like too bold and spark outrage are designed to provoke emotional reactions. They often exaggerate reality, transforming historical images into viral talking points. In doing so, they shift focus away from Garbo's immense artistic contributions and towards surface-level controversy. Greta Garbo's true legacy lies in her performances, her influence on cinema, and her refusal to conform to Hollywood's demands. She chose silence over explanation and absence over overexposure. That choice is precisely why she remains compelling today. Any discussion about her appearance should be secondary to the impact she made through her work and principles. In the end, the outrage surrounding this topic underscores one enduring truth. Greta Garbo still matters. Decades after leaving the spotlight, her name alone is enough to ignite debate, challenge perceptions, and stir strong feelings. Whether viewed through admiration or controversy, her legacy remains intact, defined not by bold headlines, but by a timeless mystique that refuses to fade.